Our family lake cabin has been in the family for generations. It's a simple place, just a few bedrooms, a dock for fishing, a fire pit for summer nights, but it's ours. When our son was deployed overseas with the military, we promised him we'd keep it ready for his return. That meant updating his room, organizing his belongings, and generally preparing a little slice of home for him. We never imagined the biggest threat would come from the HOA. One bright Saturday morning, my spouse and I rented a moving van and started hauling our son's boxes, his kayak, his guitar, and even a life-size cardboard cutout of him in uniform into the cabin. Everything was peaceful. Birds chirping, water sparkling, and the smell of pine in the air, until Karen arrived. Karen is the HOA president. She's the type who carries a clipboard like it's a medieval weapon and measures other people's hedges with a ruler. She appeared out of nowhere on the driveway, her tiny dog trotting at her heels. "You can't park a moving van here," she shouted. "You need a permit for any deliveries over 500 pounds. This violates HOA Code 42B7. I blinked at her. "Karen, we're moving personal property into our own house? Our son's house. He's deployed. It's his property. There's no violation." "Well, I don't care. I'm calling the authorities." And she did. Within 10 minutes, we saw flashing lights on the road. 2 police cars pulled up. Karen was waving her arms like a conductor, pointing at our moving van. "The homeowners here are trespassing. They're conducting unauthorized work. Please remove them," she yelled. One officer got out, looked at the van, looked at me, then at my spouse. "Ma'am, sir, can you explain what's happening here?" I calmly explained, "We're moving my son's belongings into his own property. He's deployed overseas. All of this belongs to him. There's no law being broken." Karen immediately tried to interject, but the officer raised a hand. "Ma'am, the property belongs to the family. There's no crime here. You can't have us remove them. Do you understand?" She sputtered. But the HOA is a voluntary association," I said. "It has no legal enforcement power over private property without a court order." Her mouth fell open. The officers gave each other that "please get this lady out of our hair" look and drove off. Karen was left standing in the driveway, bright red and flailing, while we finished moving the boxes without further interruption. After the chaos, my spouse and I realized something. Enough is enough. Karen had been harassing other neighbors for years over trivial things, mailboxes, garden gnomes, porch light bulbs, but now she had the audacity to call 911 over moving our son's belongings. That's when the plan came together. We went through the HOA's bylaws, county regulations, and state and corporation paperwork. Sure enough, the HOA had been skirting several key rules for years, mismanaging funds, and attempting to levy fees they had no authority to enforce. We presented the findings at the next community meeting and laid out a simple, brutal argument. The HOA was null and void due to improper incorporation, repeated violations of state law, and mismanagement of member funds. We offered a vote to disband the HOA or risk a legal battle the board couldn't win. The vote was unanimous. Karen lost her Queen Bee title, her powers evaporated, and the HOA was effectively banned from operating. The lake cabin finally returned to its peaceful state. Neighbors cheered quietly at the outcome, happy to enjoy their own properties without fear of arbitrary fines or threats. Karen, of course, sulked from her corner of the neighborhood, occasionally muttering about illegal dismantling while carefully avoiding anyone with even a casual smile. Our son returned a few months later, expecting a simple family welcome. He instead got a fully prepared cabin, a dock cleared of weeds, and a pile of moving boxes stacked neatly in his room. When he asked what happened with Karen, we handed him a printout of the HOA's dissolution vote. He laughed, shook his head, and said, "Leave it to you guys to ban an HOA." Now, every time we host friends or family at the cabin, we raise a toast to quiet waters, peaceful neighbors, and the satisfaction of knowing that petty bureaucrats like Karen don't get to ruin a family home. Sometimes the best defense isn't arguing or complying. It's using the law wisely and standing up for what's yours. And in our case, it worked beautifully.